Elon Musk just launched an AI tool that can literally do your job for you. You show it how to do a task once, and after that, it can repeat on its own, just like a real employee. He's also going after China by cutting the price of its top models. Mark Zuckerberg did not want to be left behind. He released an AI model too, and this one is completely free. It runs on your own computer without the internet. And that is only 3 of the 12 biggest AI updates from this week. ZAI launched GLM 5.3 and OpenAI dropped 4 major updates at once. Claude launched a completely new way to detect AI-generated content. Google is giving AI more control over your browser. NVIDIA made another huge move in AI hardware. And DeepSeek is back with a new model that is putting pressure on the biggest AI companies in the world. At the end, we are also testing Elon's AI employee ourselves, so you can see exactly what happens when you give it a real task. If any section feels too technical, just skip ahead to the next one. Let's go into it. Elon's XAI just launched AI employee that can actually do your work for you. They are called Grok Bots, and each one works more like a teammate than a chatbot. You can ask one to send out NDAs or to check how many employees are joining on one day. And you do not even have to explain how you do things. You click on a teach a task, then show it how you do the job. It watches, it learns the step, and it turns that into skill. It can repeat later. Here's the interesting part. It does not use your computer. Every Grok bot gets its own computer in a cloud, where it can open websites, send emails, and finish tasks while you keep working. And the craziest part, the bot can talk to each other and hand over work. One bot finishes a task, then tells the another bot what to do. Ever since China started releasing open source models for free, US companies have not really been able to compete. Around 60% of AI usage by American companies is on the Chinese models. Mark Zuckerberg decided to change that. He released Muse Glimmer, a model you can download and use for free. It is a 30 billion parameter model, and Meta has made it small enough to run it under 20 GB of memory. So for example, you can ask it to build a dashboard to control your home entertainment system. Glimmer figures out the rest, finds a device on your network, builds the dashboard, opens it, and even checks if everything is working. If it needs something private like a password, it stops and asks you. And the important part is, all of this happens directly on your computer instead of cloud server. Your data stays on your machine. Chinese AI company Z.AI just launched GLM 5.3. It is built for coding, agentic tasks, and cyber defense. Compared to GLM 5.2, it is much better at writing code, and it's get there with a fewer output tokens. On several benchmarks, it is competing closely with models like Kimi K3, Claude Fable 5, and GPT 5.6. Because it is so strong at cybersecurity, it will be released in stages after safety evaluations. But it will be free to download very soon. China keeps showing the world why it is number 1 in AI with every new release. OpenAI had a crazy week with 4 updates. First, it launched GPT 5.6 Cyber. It is so powerful in testing, it completed 95% of its advanced security tasks compared to just 1.5% of the public release version. So access is strictly restricted right now. Only approved security teams and researchers can use it. Second, OpenAI made the standard model up to 14 times fast with the new ultra-fast mode. In one test, they compared standard and ultra-fast mode by asking it to build a simulation. And you can literally see the difference in speed. On another reasoning test, ultra-fast finished in 11 hours, while Claude Fable 5 took 78 hours for the same task. Third, ChatGPT can now work with the Google's tool. Instead of switching tabs, you can work with docs, sheets, slides directly inside ChatGPT. You type, add Google Drive, add the folder, and it can do the task and create a Google Doc for you. You can even open and edit the document inside the ChatGPT itself. Fourth, ChatGPT can now remember what you did on your computer yesterday. You tag the computer history feature in the desktop app, ask a question, and it looks across the apps like Slack, email, and calendar and summarizes your day. It can tell you that you cleared your morning Slack and email, then review the sales tracker. It can even tell you what you should work on the next and where you are blocked. So OpenAI is not just making AI smarter, it is making it much more connected to your actual work. Elon is having a big week because he just launched Grok 4.6. It now understands much more of your code base, so you do not have to keep explaining the same project again and again. It can work for longer on a difficult task without stopping halfway. And it understands more of the tools your team already uses like GitHub, Slack, Google Calendar, and Figma. It also comes with a built-in coding skills so it can handle specific engineering job with the less instructions. But it is not just coding. Grok 4.6 has become much better in design too. It can turn a simple profile card into a web page or take a mountain image and build into a complete hiking planner. Now look at the cost. It is $2 and $6 for input and output tokens. Compare that to models with similar intelligence like Opus 4.8, which are $5 and $25. So Grok 4.6 is not just getting smarter, it is giving you most intelligence per token. Google just built a DIY AI translator that works without the internet. It is called Gemma Translator and it works completely on a Raspberry Pi 5, which is basically a tiny computer. The device has a battery pack, a small touchscreen, a mini speaker and a keyboard, and it runs on a small Gemma AI model. You speak into it and it translates your voice and speak back to another language.
Demo time.
¿Me puedes decir si este plato contiene frutos secos?
问这道菜是否含有坚果？
Google has open sourced the project, so you can build your own version too. Soon enough, AI is going to let most apps run without the internet. Anthropic just upgraded Claude's Chrome side panel so it can actually work direct with all the tabs that are actually open. Say you have invoices open across the different tabs. You can simply ask Claude to run month-end report. It goes through each tab, reads the invoices, pulls out the number, and creates a complete summary. And it can take the information and update your connected Google Sheets automatically. You get all the details back into your Claude chat. So instead of copying information between the tabs yourself, Claude can now read, organize, and move the data for you right inside Chrome. NVIDIA does a lot more than just build a chip. It builds AI infrastructure and that costs billions of dollars. So now NVIDIA wants investors to help fund it. Here's the plan. When AI companies pays you to use this hardware, NVIDIA makes money and repays those investors. And NVIDIA believes its chips can keep earning for years even as newer technology comes along, the way its older generation chips still do. To make this real, NVIDIA has teamed up with BlackRock and Goldman Sachs to bring more than $500 billion into the project. So there is now one more way to earn from NVIDIA. Grok just replaced Photoshop with latest image model. It's called Imagine Image 2.0 and the goal is to make images that you can actually use in your real life. 4 things that actually stands out. 1. It can edit just one part of the image without messing up anything else. You can say restyle this bag and give the fabric you want. You can select painting and say swap these, or select the couch and say replace it with the sleeping dog. Instead of remaking the whole image, it only edits the part that you have selected. 2. There's a smart resize feature, so one image can be instantly fit square, portrait or landscape format. 3rd, it is much better at following complex instructions. It can make entire book with clean readable text, diagram, handwritten notes and illustrations. 4th, it has templates for e-commerce photos, UGC photos, game assets and more. So Grok Imagine is moving beyond just generating pictures. It is starting to work like a proper AI design tool. DeepSeek's more powerful V4 Pro model just dropped. It is built for harder agent tasks like coding, using tools and handling long workflows. And it is performing really well. On several agent benchmarks, it is matching or beating models like GLM 5.2, Kimi K3 and Opus 4.8. You can also control how much time the model spends thinking depending on how difficult the task is. On top of that, DeepSeek is cutting off peak API prices by 50% for both V4 Flash and Pro. So DeepSeek is sticking to the same playbook. Make the agents smarter, then make them cheaper. Hermes agent just got a bot mode. You get one chat for each agent profile, and each bot can give a job description and profile picture, and they can talk to each other. So you could have one bot called developer that writes the code and another one called Mr. Tester that checks whether it actually works or not. They keep their own role, memory and identity instead of starting from scratch every single time. For now, bot mode is available to test on Hermes desktop. From teachers to recruiters, everyone has had the same problem. How do you know if something was written by human or generated by AI? Claude has come up with a simple solution. It is putting invisible watermarks inside Claude generated text. They stay in the text even after it is copied or slightly edited. And using verification tools, you can see the file's origin and edit history. And it is not just text, it works on images and files generated by Claude as well. So copying from AI could soon become a thing of a past. Now let's actually use Elon's new product, Grok Bots. A Grok Bot is basically an AI teammate you can actually give real work to. It signs into your tools, uses them the way you would, and comes back with the finished work. You may have seen tools like OpenClaw or Hermes Agent, but Grok Bot makes the setup much simpler and every bot gets its own computer. Before we start the pricing, Grok Bot comes with the higher tier plans, which are roughly around $200 a month. First, XAI launches Grok Bots. Second, Meta releases a free local model. Third, Z.AI launches GLM 5.3. Fourth, OpenAI drops 4 updates at once. Fifth, Grok 4.6. Elon is having a big week because he just launched Grok 4.6. Sixth, Google's offline AI translator. Seventh, Claude turns Chrome into a co-worker. Eighth, NVIDIA wants you to invest in the AI race. Ninth, Grok Imagine 2.0. Grok just replaced Photoshop with its latest image model. 10th, DeepSeek V4 Pro. DeepSeek's more powerful V4 model just dropped. 11th, Hermes gets bot mode. 12th, Claude adds invisible watermarks. So that was your AI updates for this week. If you want to stay connected with such new AI updates, subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment your favorite AI update, and I'll see you in the next one.